Typically when you get into, and it's not just information security, it's really looking at all risks. So you want to look at your privacy risk, you want to look at your clinical safety and your clinical risk, you want to look at your quality risks and what do you have from a quality perspective. And then you have information security. Everybody focuses on the information security piece, but all of these other risks are there as well. And typically what you have in organizations is you have your CMO, and your CMO typically rolls into a product, or they may have their own organization, set of consultants and nurses and other things that do that type of work. You have your CPO and your CCO, your privacy officer, your compliance officer, typically roll up into the legal organization. You can have your CISO roll up into the CIO and be kind of just part of the IT organization, and quality inside of healthcare and healthcare IT kind of tends to float all over the place. It can roll into product, it can roll into finance, it can roll into wherever it goes. The problem with that is when you have risks that are out there, the risks are disjointed. They're not concise. They're not pulled into a single area that can be handled to manage those risks, work the remediation plans, work with the organizations inside of the company to understand how best to remediate those risks and eliminate those risks. If you take those teams and you put them into one organization, all of a sudden there's a huge amount of synergies that come from this. There's synergies that come from the fact that the teams now talk to each other. So a privacy risk that would typically be handled on the legal side may very much be a security risk that's getting handled on the IT side, but they're getting it addressed in different ways. They may not completely solve the entire risk, they might just solve their little specific piece of it. If you put those teams into the same organization where the communications happen daily, where the communications happen frequently, all of a sudden the risks are resolved, not just for one specific area that might know about it, but across the entire organization and across all of those key compliance teams.